Hey everybody, so this is bound to be, I think, my most unpopular video that I've ever made, and that's okay. It's okay for you to disagree with me or whatever. But I feel like the hype of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has gotten me down a little bit. You know, Breath of the Wild came out kind of as I was graduating college. I was in sort of a depressed place. I didn't have much to do, and so I was just so excited to play Breath of the Wild, so much so that when I got home, when I graduated college, I just played that all the time, and it lived up to all of my expectations. Like, it just made me so happy. Now that Tears of the Kingdom is out, I feel like everyone's saying it's so much better, and it's so great, and it's doing so many things that are just so superior to the original Breath of the Wild, and I just don't see it. To me, it's like the same game, kind of. It's so similar in so many ways. Like, am I supposed to ignore the fact that it's just the same game again, except, like, different? That there's 4 little doodads on the map, and then you go to all of them, and then most of the shrines are really easy, and it's just like almost exactly the same as Breath of the Wild in so many ways. And I feel like a fucking prick saying this, and I'm not saying it to be contrarian, but when people act like Tears of the Kingdom is just so much better than Breath of the Wild, I legitimately do not know what they're talking about. Now, to be fair, I've only played Tears of the Kingdom for around 40 hours. Maybe at the 70th hour, I'm going to see, oh, this is a fundamentally different game, and it is vastly superior. But right now, I just don't get it. It feels like a very similar quality game made again. It feels like it's following a very similar formula. And honestly, its similarity to the first game, it is kind of disappointing to me. I would have liked it to have changed things up a little bit more. I don't know, grabbed me in with that same kind of wonder that I had for the first game. Does that make me an asshole? Does this opinion make me an asshole? You be the judge, man. I remember this tweet where somebody, I don't remember who, said something like, the only reason to say that Breath of the Wild is better than Tears of the Kingdom is because it did it first. And like, that's stupid, was the implication of the tweet. And to me, I'm like, that's not stupid. That makes sense because I played that game. So it makes sense to me that I would think that the first one was better if the second one could only be better if it was the first in the series. Like, doesn't originality count for a lot? Doesn't the fact that it was all so new and so special mean that that game was kind of better? Is that wrong? Anyway, for the record, I like Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I'm not even disappointed by it. I enjoy the game. But the sort of breathlessness surrounding it, the sort of public conversation around it being so vastly superior and so by far the greatest Zelda game, I don't process it. I'm not on that level, I guess.